All right, joining me now is new Redskins linebacker London Fletcher. Comes from Buffalo, where you spent 5 seasons right up there in Buffalo. And really, one of the coolest stats I've heard about you is over the last 5 seasons, you have made more tackles than anyone in the NFL. That's something right there.
Yeah, it's something that I've been blessed to be in schemes where, you know, the defensive coordinators allow me to do what I do, which is go out and make tackles. And the other 10 guys on the field have allowed me to be able to make some plays out there also.
Now, you're from Cleveland. You originally were going to go to St. Francis to play basketball. You ended up transferring to Division III John Carroll for football. How does a guy work his way up from that start, really, to the NFL and to be a premier player in the NFL?
Well, it's not the traditional road to take to get to the National Football League. However, you know, it was the road that God had planned for me. You know, I went to St. Francis on a basketball scholarship and ended up transferring to Carroll and played basketball and football for a little bit. And, you know, football ended up taking the come to the forefront and decide to give this a shot.
Well, Greg Williams said, and he coached you obviously up in Buffalo, but he said you are the best leader he has ever coached. How much do you pride yourself on that?
Well, I don't really say I pride myself on it. It's something that I feel just comes natural. And, you know, with the leader, you can lead in a bunch of different ways, you know, vocally, by example, you know, and there's different ways and different times where you need to lead. The beautiful thing about this team, I think, on defense, there are other guys who can fill leadership roles, and, you know, myself being one. You know, I just thank Greg for the compliment, but, you know, I try not to force my leadership, just, you know, lead when I feel like it's time for me to lead.
Well, I know with 8 days down, you're probably looking forward to hitting somebody else. You know the Ravens pretty well over there from being up in Buffalo. Talk about this scrimmage and getting to test yourself out there.
Well, it'll be a good test, you know, to see where we are from a mental standpoint, from a physical standpoint, you know, from a team standpoint. The Baltimore Ravens is an excellent football team, you know, one of the best football teams in the National Football League. You know, they have their hopes set on winning the National Football League Super Bowl, where with us we have our hopes and goals set on getting back in the playoffs and performing well. So it'll be a good test.
I know that yourself and Ray Lewis have pretty much come up in the league together at that Mike spot. How much is there something about his game maybe you've appreciated over the years? I've
appreciated the way he plays the game, the way he leads, the passion and intensity that he plays with. You know, I look at the highlights, and, you know, if Baltimore's on playing, and, you know, I get a chance to look at him. I'll pay close attention to the middle linebacker position, to his position in particular. I look at the stats on you know, Monday mornings to see how he's done, because it was always a competition for me. You know, I was going out there, you know, trying to get what he had, which is, you know, he had the title as the best middle linebacker playing the game, and I felt like I belonged in that conversation also.
Of course, we have to talk about their newest weapon, who you know well, Willis McGahee at running back. Tell us about the scouting on him and facing him. Are you looking forward to that?
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to going out there competing against Willis. You know, I thought Willis was an excellent teammate for us. Kind of got a bad rep in Buffalo, you know, some things that were beyond his control with the way some things happened there. You know, Willis is a tough runner. He has some patience, and patience meaning he sets up his box well. He has some burst too. So it'll be a good test for our run defense.
Well, I have to say before we go, London has a 4-month-old girl, and she is the cutest baby I have seen in a long time. We look forward to watching her grow up.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
That's London Fletcher. Let's throw it back to the studio.